you're having a great day. Hope you enjoyed the snow today. In my opinion, we got the perfect snow. Got just enough to be pretty, but not enough to cause a lot of problems and allow us to be able to get around and do what we need to do. Hope you've enjoyed it today. I want to talk to you for a few minutes about a couple things that I think will be helpful to you in Sunday school as you teach. Yesterday I talked to you about the importance of people. I talked to you about the importance of loving people, and I just got a few thoughts that I want to share about that. You know, I don't know that there's any place that is able to more acutely love people than the Sunday school class. When you get people in a small group like that, you really have the opportunity to do some good things with the people in your class. You know, in church life we talk a lot about the backdoor syndrome. And the backdoor syndrome is just simply when people leave the church and no one ever knows about it. And I pray to God that that doesn't happen on the east side. I know in the past, and I know since I've been here, there have been occasions where maybe that has happened, but I just pray to God that that's not a part of the future. I don't want anybody to get lost at east side. I want everybody to be connected. Here's the problem, though, for me personally. By the time I notice that someone is not consistently coming, most of the time it's 2 or 3 months down the road that their absence has begun. And by that time, it is way too late in the ball game, especially if there was an issue that needed to be resolved, an issue that needed to be addressed. By that time, not only do you have the original issue, but by that time, their feelings are hurt, and rightly so, that it's been so long since someone noticed that they're not there. So it's not a good approach just to wait till I notice someone not there on a regular basis before we try to make some sort of contact. Now, I know you guys know all of that, and I know you agree with that, but I want to talk about that in the context of Sunday school. The thing about Sunday school is, unlike my situation, when you realize someone is missing is not a matter of months. It's not even a matter of weeks. It's 1 week, and you know that someone's not there. I think it's really, really important in Sunday school that we do a good job of keeping up with our people. Now, some of you could actually be here on the camera talking about it because you're really experts at that. You really understand what it means to love your people and to follow up and to stay close to your students. But I just want to encourage you about that today. Develop strategies that help you keep up with people. Let me just lay out a couple things that hopefully will be helpful. When it comes to absence, if someone is not at Sunday school, even if you know why they're not there, there's nothing wrong in the world with putting a card in the mail, even a brief phone call, say, hey, we missed you, love you and glad you're in our class, and we missed you today. Now, let me give you a rule of thumb that I think is important. If they miss 1 week, they need a postcard, a Facebook message, an email, a text. They need something. If they miss 2 weeks, they need a phone call. Someone to talk in person to say, hey, we missed you. You haven't been here for a couple of weeks, and just to make sure everything's okay. If they miss 3 weeks, you know you've got some sort of issue at work. Not always. There are sometimes circumstances that'll cause people to miss 3 weeks in a row, but most of the time when someone misses 3 weeks in a row, you've got an issue. And what that warrants is a visit, some sort of personal visit. Consider that as a process for keeping up with your people. Another thing that I would encourage you to do is don't forget big days in people's lives. Let me give you some examples. Birthdays. Everybody has a birthday. Once a year, everybody has a birthday. And it's a good time for you to contact folks to let them know that you love them. Anniversary dates are good as well. It's a little bit easier to do that in the context of a Sunday school class. When someone has something big happen in their life, someone has a baby, it's a great time to love on them and let them know how much you appreciate them. One of the most important times that people go through is some sort of tragedy, whether it's a death, maybe it's the loss of a job, maybe it's divorce or something of that nature. When that's going on in a member of your Sunday school class's life, you've got a great chance to connect with them and just wrap your arms around them and say, I sure do love you and I'm praying for you. Even if you have a Sunday school member fall into some sort of sin, don't let them go. Don't let them just get out the door. Don't ever soft sell sin, and don't ever say, oh, it's okay, that's not a big deal. Confront sin when sin needs to be confronted, but do it in such a way where the people know that you love them and you care about them, and the gospel demands certain things of them, but we want them to continue to be a part of our fellowship. Let me close with this. One of my goals, one of the things that I want to do is I want to make what I call meaningful contacts. On a weekly basis, I want to be having contact with people that's meaningful. And I don't ever want it to be agenda driven. I just want it to be, hey, I want you to know I love you. I'm thinking about you and praying for you. If you'll set it as your goal as a Sunday school teacher, either yourself personally or to make sure someone in your class is making meaningful contacts with your members, I think you'll see some great things. Hey, I want you guys to know I love you. I think you're the greatest. I think we have the best Sunday school in the state of Arkansas. And the reason is because of you. You are the greatest Sunday school teacher at this church, and I thank God for you. And I pray that you don't get discouraged. I pray that you continue working, and I pray that God will continue to bless you as you teach Sunday school. Have a great week. We'll see you Sunday.